Oh shit. Oh shit.
Okay, hi. Oh, I'm scrambling a tiny bit. Shit, fuck. I forgot to start my face tracking. Amazing. Incredible. Alright, welcome on in, everybody. Oh, I forgot to run my first ad. Shit, fuck, damn it. Chat, I'm scrambling a tiny bit. I totally didn't just wake up from a nap. I totally did not just wake up from a nap. But welcome on in, everybody. Unfortunately, an ad is about to hit because I forgot to run it during the opening segment. But welcome to the first day of the Shinies for Good Ice Out fundraising campaign. We're gonna talk more about that, I guess, after the fucking ad. Because I want to run y'all through, like, you know, what we're doing here, what the big deal is. A little bit of info about the American Immigration, why am I blanking on words? Council, about what Shinies for Good is, the projects we want to work on in the future, before we get into the, you know, the shiny hunting proper. But I don't want to do that during the ad. I'm doing my best. Things are scuffed. I totally didn't just wake up. Let me go through and greet everybody. Welcome on into Zelda Player. Thank you for the first. Quarry, Trekkintosh, Celador, Cat-eared Yuri Enjoyer. Hello, Lucky. What the fuck is up, Denny's? What's chat? What's up, Denny's? Good Humored Gaming. Lovely to see you, Vexgal. Love your laugh, by the way. Just want to let you know. How dare you? Thank you so much, Trekkintosh. It's lovely to see you. Anonymous Deer, welcome on in. Draken's Horde, Avid Aloe Enjoyer. Orleans, Astra Arts, Some Femboy. Hello, Wonder, Bark Bark Bite Bite, Fuck Ice, indeed. How much gay and how much crime have you done in the last few days, respectively? I've been not doing enough gay recently, chat. I need more gay. Also, thank you so much, Wonder, for the Prime sub. How dare you, gun emoji. Hello, Wasteland Radio. Lovely to see you. Draken's Horde. Some Femboy. Moon Puppy. Kefir. Noir. I almost said Noiver.
Oh,
Noir,
shit.
lovely to see you as well. Hello, Luna. Thank you for the resub. Bark, 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 bite. I'm the trans demon. Lovely to see ya. Well, I'm being safe. At an anti-ice rally. Live to see it. Hell fucking yeah. And hello, Scarth. Hello, Pyro. How is everyone? Gun emoji. I'm gonna get more into the details of everything after the ad. I low-key did an oopsie. I was like trying to figure out how the hell I do a story post on TikTok. Chat, I'm gonna be so real. I have decided that I am not deleting or uninstalling TikTok. I have made the choice that I am not going to be uninstalling TikTok because I just for the hell of it decided to post the I've been on the fence about TikTok for a while. Just because of all of the problems with it as a platform and the recent changes that were made. But I posted the Chinese for Good promo video on TikTok, and it is currently sitting at 33k views. It has single-handedly gotten me about 100 followers on Twitch, which is badass. Thank you everyone who came over from TikTok wanting to support the campaign. I just put up a little live link there so people can come over to the stream and help support. Because thank you, TikTok. This is the first day of the Chinese for Good anti-ICE ICE out campaign. We are going to be raising money for the American Immigration Council. Love joining the first stream and immediately getting jumped by ads. Just because I never noticed when you reach a aggressive 4K. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Zelda. But we're doing our best out here. I hear aggressive typing. I was responding to a thing in chat. Listen, I did a stupid. Chat, I did a stupid. I did a dumb. I'm doing my best. He points itself. He's trying so hard. Alright, ads should be over. Welcome back, everyone. Hello, hi, sorry about that. I did a dumb. I did a stupid. I did a silly. Hello, Druid! Bark, bark, bite, bite. Tell the server link and alert. Just hit join. I'm a date my bad. No, that's real. You're so fair. Welcome on in, everybody. Hello. I should be audible now to everyone who was in the live chat. With all that said, thank you also definitely Fuse for all the hydrates. How dare you? Welcome on, everybody. Welcome to the first stream of the Chinese for Good Ice Out campaign. What is Chinese for Good, you ask? Let me pull up our blue sky. Let me pull up the Chinese for Good blue sky chat. We love blue sky as a platform. I forgot to put the fundraising info on this goddamn screen. He's doing his best. There we go. All right. Hello, Bleeding Heart. Lovely to see us on the initiative of TikTok. Kind of late over here, but I'll stay as long as I can, and it's so appreciated. I'm going to talk a little bit about what we're doing today. So Shinies for Good, I've been talking about this a lot this week, is a brand new charity group made of shiny hunting content creators. I'm not primarily a shiny hunting content creator, but I've been shiny hunting since I was a teenager, and I've been looking for more excuses to do it on stream. So when my good friend Flydia came with me with this idea and the potential of being a moderator for the team, I said, fuck yeah, get me on that shit. I will promo it as hard as I can. I actually made the logo for the group, but anyway, we're a bunch of content creators who are shiny hunting Pokemon to raise funds for good causes. Our first campaign being an anti-ice campaign, because fuck ice and fuck the rise of fascism in this goddamn country. Hello, Crocodile, welcome on in. Hello also Queen Ramen, Barber by Bite. Hello, Vexgal, I am alive. Last night was hell, but I am alive. The goal for our first drive, we are going to be raising money for the American Immigration Council, while shiny hunting Pokemon that are super effective against the ice type, because fuck ice, it's cute, it's silly, it's thematic, it's gonna be a good time. Hello, definitely Fuse, Bark Bark Bite Bite. We have I think we have like, currently I think about 10 streamers on board for the event, and by the way, if you are a content creator or a streamer who wants to get involved, it is not too late. You can come find our blue sky. There is a link down here to the Discord. You can come on in. All the info for like onboarding and getting involved is in there. There is no size that is too big or too small. Any support means the world. Now, as far for the American Immigration Council, they are a organization dedicated to defending immigrant rights through litigation, research, and storytelling. We are trying to direct, we did talk to them about this, and we are directing as much of the funds as we can towards their, what's it called? Let me grab the link for that specific initiative of theirs, their immigration justice campaign, which is one of their works that they
Oh,
do
shit.
that specifically aims to provide free legal services to immigrants who would not be able to afford them otherwise, especially currently to immigrants who are, you know, fucking struggling at the hands of ICE, who are being impacted by ICE's fucking violence and brutality. They also conduct and promote research that fights misinformation and stigma, use various communication strategies and cultural exchange to, you know, shift public narratives. It's really, really important work at a time like this when stigma, harassment, and violence against people of color, but especially immigrants, is so high. So they're a great organization to be working with that is trying to help out with this shit all around the US. Hello, Goalmaster! Now, as far as, you know, my personal bullshit, I actually have not finished drafting my incentive rewards, but we do have a lovely little campaign link that you can grab by typing such lovely phrases as fuck ice. Because I'm a little bit cheeky. By fucking typing that, scanning the QR code up in the corner, or there's a couple other phrases. Those are the main ones. But by doing any of that, you'll end up here in our little campaign goal fundraiser thing. We're doing this as part of the larger Shinies for Good group, but we've got our little individual... Hey, what the fuck? Hey, what the fuck? Who did that? Which one of you did that? Wait, what? Well, I guess I have to raise the goal. Chat, I was gonna talk about how, like, when we hit 250, or if we hit 250, I was gonna, like, shiny hunt in fucking Pokemon Rumble. What the hell? I was gonna, like, oh, you know, I don't know if we're gonna hit 250, but we're gonna shiny hunt in Rumble. If we do, it'll be great. What the fuck? So I guess we already hit the 250 goal. That said, for anyone who cannot donate directly, as I have been saying on a lot of my socials, even just lurking helps out right now. I'm going to be donating half of my Twitch revenue to the campaign, so just being here, watching ads, having me even muted in the background does help out. So please do stick around, even if the content's not your speed, or even if you have other shit going on. As far as how much that's probably going to be, in an average week on Twitch, I make anywhere from like $100 to $200. So, you know, it's still a decent amount of money that I can throw out the campaign. Thank you so much for being here. I need to figure out how to up my donation goal. Give me a second, chat. How the fuck do I do that? Motherfuckers. Okay, how the fuck does Tiltify work? This is my first time, by the way, doing something like this. In my 4 years of streaming, I am yet to do a charity stream. Not because I don't care about charity, but because I am poor. I was homeless, a year and a half ago, and it has been a hell of a fight to get out of homelessness. But I did it. I made it. I'm not homeless anymore. That's pretty fucking cool. And now that I'm in a much better place, I am feeling more comfortable with the notion of, you know, being able to do this sort of thing. Having the financial stability to know that I can take care of myself means that I can support others without feeling like I'm risking my own safety, and that is a really, really nice feeling. This is the first in a larger effort of mine to do more mutual aid and charity-centric content this year, as well as just activism in general, and you know what? We're off to a really good fucking start. Also, hi Catter Patches. Someone really wanted to see Pokemon Rumble, I guess? Hello, Rhiannon. Hello, Truth-Telling Puppet as well. Bark, bark, bite, bite. How the fuck do I up the goal? Give me a second, chat. I'm doing my best. How do I increase my goal? Stop fucking... Why are we already at... fucking 400? How dare you people? How do I up the goal? How do I... Hello Audrey, hello Xavier, how the fuck do I increase the goal? What am I doing? I don't understand how this works. Is it in the setup? Oh, there it is. All right. You know what? Y'all are... 500 is not enough to raise it to. I'm raising it to 1,000. Okay, did I do that right? Alright. Alright, it's been updated to 1,000. Congratulations. We did it. Because y'all apparently are not normal. I think you should make it 2K just to be on the safe side. We'll stick to 1,000 for now. If y'all manage to smash 1,000, I will cry. Chat, if we hit $1,000 raised for the American Immigration Council, I'll cry live on stream. 5 minutes later, hey, we'll see. But I did want to spend the first little bit of stream like yapping, catching up with stuff, talking about the importance of this whole event and campaign. Before we get into the shiny hunting, we're gonna be doing Legends Z to A tonight, but I guess on Friday or Saturday I'll be throwing in some Pokemon Rumble. Oh, congratulations, Blem! Hi, lovely to see you! Bye. I heard about the move. I'm so glad. But yeah, remember to share the stream, tell your friends. Also, there is the videos on TikTok and YouTube as well. There is another important thing I did want to talk about while we're here. That being news that dropped yesterday that Discord is going to be rolling out mandatory age verification worldwide. For a while now, age verification has been in effect, primarily in the UK, and in, Australia. I totally did not forget the name of the country of Australia for a moment. Hello, Crocodile! How many days are you doing the charity streams for? It's gonna be for, a week. The campaign ends, the last day of the campaign is Monday. I'm going to be streaming personally tonight, tomorrow, so Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and then Monday. Hello, JM, Barker by Bite. Part of Friday's stream is going to be a Friday the 13th stream, but the other half of it will be for this. But in any case, Discord is going to be rolling out mandatory age verification worldwide. I have a whole write-up about this on Blue Sky and in my Discord. But the primary point I want to make, one, this is bad. I don't think I need to tell you guys that this is bad. Any attempt by, any company or government to link your online activity with your personal information is a potential threat, especially if you are a marginalized person. I myself am a trans content creator. Fun fact, I have been investigated by the motherfucking FBI, and that is not a joke, that is not a bit. Being marginalized on the internet and having your online activities potentially linked to your identity is a safety risk, and you should not trust any company which claims to have your privacy in mind while doing so. How dare you, Omega? Yeah, I got it. So for those who are new around here, I got investigated by the FBI in the summer of 2025. It started with people attempting to dox and harass me because I'm trans on the internet, and then impersonate me online in an attempt to stick the FBI on me. And I did, in fact, have a lovely little sit-down interview with an FBI agent. It definitely, I was already an anarchist. It definitely further radicalized me. I've been told, I've heard they've been told to focus on trans people in particular. Absolutely, 100%. One of the big targets in the current political climate is the trans community. And it is terrible. Code 46, I want to be investigated by the FBI again. Listen. If I end up with another FBI investigation, I know I'm doing shit right. I know, because here's the thing. Any effective means of protest is going to be shut down by those in power, you know? The government is going to look at any effective means of creating change and is going to try and shut it down. To which I say, fuck you, I'm still here, you cannot shut me up. But I do think that, like, I know I'm doing something right when the government sees me as a threat, you know? How dare you? But that said, no one feel obligated to donate if they can't. This is just one of many ways to participate in the fight against fascism. And there are a lot more effective means. I heavily encourage people to get involved in community organizing. Find the groups that are fighting fascism in your local community and do what you can. Even if it just means helping run their social media or showing up to a handful of events. These groups need your support outside of the moment of a protest, because admittedly, protests are not some of the most effective means of change in and of themselves. Thanks to the Bark Boy Bark gemstone system for the interviews with the FBI will radicalize you? Oh, 100%. Being investigated by the FBI was terrifying, and it was really interesting analyzing some of the, like, different strategies that they used in order to, like, get information out of me. Be investigated by the FOPS Investigation Bureau? But yeah, no, you should not trust any organization that is, like, claiming to protect your data while also harvesting it in these ways. It is inevitably going to be used. Like, this is how a surveillance state starts, you know? This is how they ready you for the notion of total surveillance. To a potential situation where one day all of your activities are linked to your identity and monitored. It is fucking terrifying. How do we fight back against what Discord is doing? If you have Nitro, cancel it. Fun fact, yesterday we actually managed to, how do I say, shut down the servers responsible for canceling Nitro, which is really fucking cool, actually. Have you seen that Ring camera ad that's dystopic as fuck? I don't think I have, actually. I don't think I have. Especially with how often Discord has data breaches. Yeah, absolutely. Like, there have been data breaches with Discord with ID verification before. With having your information stolen. Do not trust that shit, but also, at the same time, like, your best way of fighting back right now is canceling your Nitro, and speaking up and contacting support. Please, if you have Nitro, I heavily encourage you to cancel it. They are already noticing and walking back some of their choices. Not fully, we need to keep pushing, but that is a good step, a good sign of things to come. That said, I think it's really important that we acknowledge that this is not something that is happening in isolation. The choice Discord is making to implement ID verification worldwide is part of a wider push across the entire globe for further ID verification on all social media websites. Last year, in the UK, a bill went into effect, or a law went into effect, that required any website over a certain, like, fucking user limit that hosts any kind of adult or potentially dangerous for children content to implement ID verification or else be, like, liable. And there are similar bills on the table in a lot of countries, including the US. I know I focus a lot on the US in my conversations on this channel. That's mostly because I am based in the US, specifically in Florida, and so I have admittedly much less awareness of what goes on in other countries. And I also could not find a global tracker for age verification bills. But I have linked in my Discord a few things, including Stop COSA, which is a tool you can use to contact your lawmakers about opposing COSA. COSA being the equivalent bill in the US that would require ID verification and various other protections for minors on the internet worldwide, or not worldwide, but across the US, as well as the Free Speech Coalition's Action Center age verification bill tracker, mostly because it was the only age verification bill tracker that I could find. This lists all active bills that are, you know, either have been introduced or are in process of being introduced that will, you know, bring age verification tools to US states, as well as a couple lesser talked about national ones. And you can, like, you know, click on a state, find out about various age verification stuff. Like, we just had age verification introduced here in Florida. A lot of shit going on. A lot of very important stuff. Dog, when Roblox did this, they thought it was 12 or 20! Yeah, I, like, those... I hate all of those automatic, like, how do I say... age estimation tools. I think they always assume I'm older than I am, but that's because I talk with grammar. That's because I, like, use grammar when I fucking text. Nah, do not trust any service to have your fucking ID. Hello, the goober, lovely to see you. Sorry, taking up shiny hunting. It's time to tune in. You're not too late at all. We have not gone into the shiny hunting yet. I'm just talking about a couple important things. I just went over everything to do with the campaign, and we're talking also about, Discord's recent decision to implement age verification worldwide and how we can oppose that. Because it would be a poor, how do I say, choice to, not a poor choice, but it would be blind to pretend as though this is happening in isolation. And if we do not oppose bills like COSA or like these ID verification laws, happening around, you know, the US and the globe more widely, eventually, if we do not oppose these kinds of laws, we won't have options for websites where our identification is safe, where our personal information and privacy are protected. The only way to properly protect our information is to oppose this on all fronts, including on legal fronts. Trans people are on stage 6 out of 10 of genocide. Also true. I did hear about this, and I have a YouTube short in the pipelines for it. We sound much older than we are, because we also use grammar whenever we text. Real. Nah, I'm 24. I'm 24. People keep assuming I'm like fucking 30. I have so many people assuming that I am like in my late 20s, early 30s, and I'm like, I am a 24-year-old trans boy. I am baby. I am a youngin' just desperately trying to figure shit out here, but thank you so much everyone for showing up and supporting. Like I said, half of my revenue for the next week, this campaign is going to be going to the charity, or to the American Immigration Council as well. So like even just being here, lurking, watching ads absolutely helps out. Thank you so much. We're gonna be hopping into the shiny hunting probably at about the 1 hour mark, but I love my yapping. I love talking about ongoing social issues. If you can't tell, anarchism, punk, and politics are like my special interests. I'm very autistic about politics. I love talking about fucking leftist politics. And I cannot shut my goddamn mouth. Send link to my girlfriend? Hell fucking yeah. People think I'm 20 to 30, but I'm merely 20. That's real as shit. No, I feel that. Did you hear about the thing where third-party companies that help take school photos were sending photos to a certain island? I did not hear about this, goober, and that is fucking disgusting if true. You kind of have to be if you're trans. I mean, this is true. Like it's, how do I say? I was an anarchist well before I started Twitch streaming, but... And I never intended to keep politics out of my content. When I did first start this, like I was open about the fact that I was an anarchist. I've been content creating for 4 years, but I didn't have it. I wasn't so loud about it. It wasn't so central to my art, and I'm kind of disappointed in myself for that fact. I have found that talking about leftist issues. Oh, I should change the donate link because that's my direct donation link and not the campaign one. Give me a second. Let me edit that. Normally normally the donate and support commands go to my direct donation link, not the campaign one. So let me fix that real quick. All right, so there are a lot of like things that will link to this. So now you can type !donate or !support. You can also type fuck ice, ice out. There's a lot of little words and phrases that'll pull up that link. Hello, Culture Chimp! You know I gotta be here to show how much I fucking hate ice. I hate ice. That's why we're gonna be shiny hunting Pokemon that are specifically super effective against the ice type. But no, like early on in my content creation journey, I didn't talk so much about this stuff. Not because I didn't care about it, but because I was scared about it, like making my content less accessible to people. It was very much the like, oh, there's a certain pressure that, you know, content creation has to be safe and wholesome and you can't talk about, you know, actual social issues without alienating your audience, and so I bought into that for a couple of years. I would talk vaguely about like anarchist principles and about the fact that I was trans, and it wasn't until I ended up homeless that I started like getting really loud about this shit. Prefer YouTube streams? Are we gonna have this in the background while I hunt as well? Hell yeah! Hey, any support means the world. Hello, Ray Arcana as well. Bite. But around the time of the homelessness saga, I started getting more loud about it, and then even more so following the FBI investigation, and I found that there's actually a much needed place for leftist politics in the VTuber scene. People want to hear it, people want to support it, and I am happy to be the loud punk anarchist that the VTuber scene needs, because god do we fucking need it. Oh yeah, the FBI situation! I got a fun fact for the newer folks around here. A couple years ago, I got not a couple years ago, literally like 6 months ago, I got real life investigated by the real life FBI. This is not a joke, this is not a bit. Chat, if you are a marginalized person on the internet, please protect your privacy. Crazy to imagine you're not punk and left as the major aspect of your identity. I mean, like, I was never not punk. But I never talked as much about like ongoing social issues until relatively recently. Just have one question. Why is your avatar of jaundice? I'm going to pull up a picture of a fox real quick. I hate when I look up fox eye. I don't get pictures of like actual foxes. I get pictures of people. That's not what I asked for. That's not what I asked for. So why do I have yellow sclera? Because I'm a fops. Mods, pull up the jaundice. To be fair, I do have a severe vitamin D deficiency. I do have a severe vitamin D deficiency, and apparently my red blood count is low. Chat, I just saw a doctor for the first time since becoming homeless, so like it's been a couple years. My blood's all sorts of fucked up. It's a miracle I'm alive. Vitamin D reference. Justing, an actively working plastic surgeon specialized in gender reaffirming care, not only regularly interacted with Jeffrey Epstein, but also theorized on how to forcibly sexually modify people for specific sexual fetishes. I have thoughts and feelings. I don't know if I have the capacity to get into, like, that depth of it right fucking now. Christ. Bro, go outside. The funny thing is, I do go outside. I'm Ginger in Florida. I'm Ginger in Florida, but yeah, this is the reason why my eyes are yellow. I'm not exactly human, you know? It's also a Homestuck reference. AE selfies, yeah, what of it? I know I'm cute. AE is just a living encyclopedia of weird body condition. I'm so physically ill. My Switch isn't charging, going on at the same time. No, I hope you're able to get it to charge. Also, you did send something earlier that I wanted to read. One sec. I'm an anarchist in the military. I didn't get how I got here. I hate the government. Someone want to make a congresswoman when I get into the military. so a straight white cis dude who actually listens to people. No, that's real as shit. I've known many people who like ended up in the military and came out of it hardcore leftists, or people who ended up in the military out of desperation. You're not all too unusual for that. And honestly, as much as I hate electoralism and I do not think we're gonna fix things within the system, I do encourage like leftists to, especially for local government, to run for local positions, because you can affect a lot of change in your local community by getting involved in local politics. Like, we're not going to fix the world via electoralism. We are not going to end up with a anarchist state that actually cares about its goddamn community or whatnot by voting. But you can get involved in local government and push as many funds as you can to services that like actually help people in your community, and you can make a difference on a local level while we work towards the larger goals of revolution, you know? My mom wanted any of her kids to be ginger, none of us were. Closest she got was me. Aw, poor thing. Nah, I'm ginger as shit. There's no melanin in my body. Nothing makes you hate the government more than becoming their property, except if you're huffing the Millie propaganda. I have interesting thoughts on like the weird like cognitive dissonance that I imagine existing in the military is, you know? Cause like, obviously I am not a veteran. I have never been in the military. I would not even be able to be in the military if I wanted because I'm very physically and mentally ill. So take everything I say about this particular regard with a grain of salt. It comes with the conversations I've had from a variety of veterans turned leftists and whatnot. But being in the military, it's so odd to me because they feed you a lot of fantasies of hypermasculinity, while also like very heavily debasing your masculinity constantly. I feel like the military is a big effort in just like reaffirming toxic masculinity and then convincing you you're not worthy of it, and it's weird and scary. Hello, Escape GT, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, folks. Hello. Mods, can we get a shout out? Welcome on in. Hello, everybody. I'm Archivist. I'm your resident chaotic Enfield here on the internet. I talk about queer shit, leftist shit, and today is the first day of our fundraiser for the American Immigration Council. Fascism is currently on the rise in the US as ICE terrorizes both immigrants and just fucking everyone at this rate. As the US government pushes for ICE to start going door to door. We today are helping to combat ICE by raising money for the American Immigration Council, a organization committed to fighting stigma and protect legally the rights of immigrants in the US. We're pushing as many of the funds that we raise as possible into their defense fund to make sure that people who are being targeted by ISIS brutality are able to access legal representation and whatnot. So if you have any funds to donate, please do. That said, if you can't, no worries. Even just lurking the stream supports, as I will be donating half of my Twitch revenue for this week. So just sitting around watching ads even is a great deal of support. In any case, though, everyone on my end, make sure you give some love to Escape GT as well. Bark, bark, bite, bite. How goes it tonight? We're gonna be hunting in Pokemon Legends ZA soon. Hey, we love supporting good causes. Also, hello, some femboy, lovely to see you. Certain people in my shop have a big blue beating in their throat for the Air Force. Found out when got a new breeding hole who can hang around without being worried about getting reported. Oh. I did not understand half of that, I'll be perfectly honest, but real as shit. Hello, Liquid Snake, ever played Watch Dogs? I don't think I have. I think I've heard of it before, but I don't think I've ever played it. How's academics doing in the US? Honestly, hell if I know. Did we ever get donuts? I got a singular fucking donut for this stream. It's gonna be a little bit scuffed, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'm also going to be so honest, I never finished my incentive goals. I'm doing my best, I'm very good at being a content creator, but y'all have already, because our initial goal was 250, we're already past double that. We're gonna be at some point this week shiny hunting in Pokemon Rumble. Because you can't stop me, I love Rumble. You giggle like a fox? I'm very well aware. Why do you think I am one? No. All of the love, all of the silly. The ASMR of us being beaten with a brick is coming to chat. Yeah. In Watch Dogs 2, the opening cutscene says you're less valuable than the data produced. Oh, 100%. And like, I think, okay. Chat, do you know how YouTube manages to be free? You know how YouTube keeps themselves free? I will be honest, YouTube does operate at a loss. But you know why YouTube is able to be free? It's not even necessarily because they run ads, it's because they also harvest your data and run one of the biggest, like, ad managing services on the internet. What's your game lineup for this week? Honestly, not entirely sure. We're figuring it out as we go. I am definitely tonight gonna be playing Legends D2A. On Friday, we're gonna spend half of stream looking at horror games for Friday the 13th, but the other half probably doing Rumble then. Monday is definitely going to be Legends ZA, but we'll figure it out as we get there. I am down to be flexible. I have a handful of games prepped for shiny hunting, and I have a 3DS capture card, so I can easily pull up any of the 3DS games as well. Or DS games. Reason I say that is because have you watched the Super Bowl ring ad? I have not watched anything to do with the Super Bowl. I'll be honest, I do not give a shit about sports. I do not give a shit about sports, being perfectly honest. All the other creepy AI stuff? Got it! Yeah, not surprising. Chat, fuck generative AI in case anyone needs to hear it. In case anyone needs to know where my values on the issue sit, fuck generative AI. I'm sure that's an obvious point to most of the people here. But generative AI is a fucking scourge of a plagiarism machine that has dozens of economic, environmental, and psychological harms. I'm actually working on a video essay that I'm hoping to release by the end of the month about generative AI and necropolitics, which is a bit of a lesser talked about element of the conversation around generative AI. It has to do with the ways in which the rights and personhood of the dead is being disrespected by generative AI tools. There are entire like AI chatbot apps which, you know, market themselves as means to talk to your dead loved ones. And if that isn't dystopic, I don't know what is. If that is not fucking dystopic, I don't know what is. So expect that video essay coming down the pipeline. Oh, like Darth Vader's voice actor too. Oh, yeah, 100%. Like, this includes cases of, like, bringing back dead celebrities and whatnot. The video essay primarily focuses on cases of, like, generative AI being marketed to bring back dead loved ones in the ways in which it's like commodifying grief. But it's I think a lesser talked element of the harms of generative AI. I have a lot of concerns about the psychological damage of generative AI use. Because while I do think that, like, you know, generative AI art is not art, and there are a lot of economic environmental harms, but I feel like it is such a, how do I say, I feel like one of the more useful and less talked about arguments is the psychological impact. AI psychosis terrifies me as someone who is prone to psychosis. I am schizoaffective, I've had a handful of psychotic episodes, I am very lucky that none of those have been in the AI era, and that I am vehemently against generative AI because I feel like interacting with it would be fucking terrible for me, but everyone is prone to some extent to psychosis and to psychotic thought patterns, and when I say that, what I mean is like delusions, etc. Everyone has those firm fixed beliefs, and something external validating them in the way that generative AI does can be the switch that triggers someone to go into a psychotic episode. It's really scary. Insert Torment insert Torment Nexus meme that I'm sure everyone has seen. It's a good meme though. It's a good meme. Love your 2 long-form videos on YouTube. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed. I have not released a long-form video in 6 months because I have been really busy. It started with the partner push. I was trying to hit Twitch partner. We did hit we did hit Twitch partner, which was really cool. And then it was a depressive episode. And now it's, oh no, my health is falling apart. But we're finally getting back on the wagon, on the fucking grind. Chat, vitamin D deficiency has hands. It can have a gigantic mental health impact as being who's addicted to AI chatbots. Yeah, AI chatbots terrify me. Chat, do not fuck with that shit. Do not touch AI chatbots. This is a bit of a darker story that I've told a handful of times, but very early on in the existence of generative AI, I did touch a couple chatbots. This was before, you know, the harms of them were a big talking point. And it is something that I do regret, but like I think in the early existence of AI technology, when it was just a novelty and people weren't really talking about it, a lot of us did that. It's okay, it happens. I very briefly talked to a AI therapist bot. Like, this was a singular conversation that I had within like the first few weeks of generative AI being like a commonplace thing. And within that first conversation, it encouraged me to kill myself. And that was the clue that I needed to realize that this was a terrible fucking technology that should not exist. Oh, congrats on the shiny rolls! Holy shit, that's one of my targets for this week. I want to get specifically a shiny male Glade. But yeah, I don't fuck with generative AI. Do not fuck with generative AI. If you need any fucking indication of how harmful this technology could potentially be to people who are already prone to mental illness and why it should not fucking exist, there you go. There are very few uses. Like, there are lots of potential applications for AI more generally. There are a lot of tasks that just cannot be done by hand. Things like taking scans of text documents, because we have, you know, thousands of years of written or typed printed human history that we only have scans of and do not have digital versions of. And some AI tools allow us to use like image and text recognition to automate all of that into a digitally readable format. So now it is accessible to people who are, you know, hard of sight, to people who struggle with reading. Now it is, you know, searchable even. Those are things that benefit everyone. There are use cases for AI more generally. There are almost zero actual use cases for generative AI. Fuck that shit. My last shiny was full on Cyndaquil and Heart Gold Soul Silver. That counts. That is fucking amazing. Cyndaquil is literally my favorite Pokemon. How dare you? I might actually at some point see if I can load up my my Pokemon Legends Arceus file and hunt for Cyndaquil. The issue is I have to figure out how to get my my data off my Switch Lite onto my Switch proper, but we'll see. Hello, Neko. Awawawa. How are you? Only joined today because I saw your short about melting ice with shiny hunts. Hell fucking yeah. Hey, welcome on in. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Companies are obsessed with huge generative models and don't focus on any actual useful cases. Yeah. And like there are very few useful cases, most of which exist in being like tool. Huh? Omega, what? How do you have the money for that? Huh? What just happened? What just happened? I don't know what just happened. This Darkrai better fucking shine soon. Good luck to you, genuinely. I don't know what just happened. Just fact-checked myself. Yep, it was the Cynical back in May of last year. No, that's real as shit, though. I've been shiny hunting since I was a teenager. I never finished a hunt until when I say I've been shiny hunting since I was a teenager, I've been shiny hunting since I was like 16. I don't think I ever actually finished a hunt until 19 because I kept hunting at full odds, and it was just miserable. Matching donation challenge? Well, thank you so much. Apparently the next $250 get like matched? Question mark? Cool. But yeah, I did not finish a hunt until I was 19. I'd pick up shiny hunting for a couple of weeks, not get my target, and then like get bored and put it down again, because hunting at full odds sucked. And it wasn't until Generation 6, I was getting back into Generation 6 in 2021, and decided before the online went down, I wanted to complete the dex, get the shiny charm, and start hunting in the generation, and I did. Almost. I did start hunting. I did not get the shiny charm. I'm still like 3 Pokemon away from the shiny charm in Gen 6. But I love shinies. I love shiny hunting. I have no patience. Hello, Aries! Barber my bite. I thought that shiny was just a myth. No, shiny Pokemon are real as shit. Hey, chat, even I have a shiny form. Shinies are very real these days. Fuck ice, chat. Fuck ice. Alright, one sec. I do need to turn on a fan in my room because it is hot, but we are coming up on the hour mark. When the hour mark hits, I'm going to start moving us over to the game. Thumbs up. Normally I out for the first 2 to 3 hours of chat, but it's a charity stream. I owe y'all some shiny hunting. Alright. Ultra Instinct AE? That's not shiny, that's Ultra. Okay, what the fuck does Ultra Instinct mean? What does that mean? Super Saiyan? Hey, got it. Never mind. I get it. Anime Pro Tag? Chat, am I not already an Anime Pro Tag? Come on, come on. The universe decided that I was the main character for like half of last year. Thank you so much, Moxie, for the donation. How are we almost at the goal again? Am I gonna have to fucking raise the goal twice in one stream? What colors would you make shiny Boof? I need advice. I don't remember a Boof's main colors, to be honest. I have fucking like face blindness and shit. I'm doing my part. Thank you so much, Moxie. Thank you. Again, no one ever feel any obligation to donate or contribute. Even just being here, watching ads, I will be donating half of my revenue from this week to the campaign. I normally make anywhere from like $100 to $200 a week on Twitch. And while it's not a lot, it is absolutely very, very incredible support. Lay thine eyes upon my field of fucks and observe that in relation to your immigration laws, it is barren. Chat, fuck borders. If I can be a little bit more like aggressive on the subject, fuck the notion of nations and borders. I think that we deserve to live and should fight for a world wherein people are free to exist without like the lines of nations and borders. Why? That's so much money. What? God damn it! Shara, we need to raise the I'm gonna be so real. My plan was to come on here, spend the first hour of stream figuring out the incentive goals. I feel like I gotta do something special for that, you know? Now cry! Time to cry like you promised. Chad! Chad, how could you? Thank you so much! What the fuck? We aren't even an hour in! Oh my god. I feel like I need to do something special for this. And like, what the hell do I even do? I'm like, is there, I'm definitely gonna do Legend Z to A tonight, but like, now I gotta figure out something. You know what? Maybe tomorrow we hunt my favorite Pokemon, Cyndaquil, in Legend Z to A. I'll try to figure out how to move my save data over. Fuck. It is a lot of money. But maybe tomorrow we hunt my favorite Pokemon in Legend Z to A. Alright, let me update the fucking goal, I guess. How do I do this? What the fuck, guys? Where setup? There we go. That's not what I wanted to say. There we go. I almost accidentally set it to $25. Hey, you worked an hour today? Congratulations! Hey, a little bit of work, nothing wrong with that. Thank you. Here's some money so you can get eggs for your vitamin D deficiency. Thank you, Goober. I appreciate it. There's only one nation for Super Earth. He cried. Thank you for the clip. What the fuck? I'm gonna quickly screenshot the current count and post it in the Discord. Because what the fuck, guys? I was like, oh, 250 is a lot to ask. There's no way we're hitting 250. It's not gonna happen. What the hell, guys? What the hell? I'm posting this in the Discord because y'all are crazy. Thank you for the stretch gemstone system. I like fish. I also like fish. Raises my hand. I love fish. I know so much about fish. What's this fundraiser for? It is for the American Immigration Council. This is the first stream of the first ever Shinies for Good fundraiser. We are a group of shiny hunting content creators who do fun little shiny hunting campaigns for good causes. This one is in Ice Out campaign benefiting the American Immigration Council, an organization that helps fight for the rights of immigrants by providing them free legal support, as well as combating stigma through research and storytelling. It is a very, very wonderful cause that does work all across the US. We were looking for, an organization that is helping out everywhere, because a lot of places, I know everything that is happening in Minneapolis right now is absolutely terrible, but there are a lot of places where immigrants are in need, including, hell, my hometown. There are a lot of efforts targeting Florida as well right now. And as ICE is continuing to get more aggressive and spread its activities around the US, we are trying to make sure that we can benefit as many people as possible. Good shit. We are going to be shiny hunting Pokemon that are super effective against the ice types, your fire, fighting, rock, and steel types. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be chill. If the goal is reach, I'll go buy another skirt and wear it around. Hell yeah, chat. Donate for fucking femboys gender affirmation. Need to find my controller cord so I can play some more Hollow Knight. Hell yeah. Wow, real as shit. Are there any mud skippers in Florida? Probably. I love fish though. Gotta go now. No worries, you take care. Get some good rest. Fuck ice. You take care of yourself. Thank you so much for stopping on in and helping out whenever you can. But no, I love fish, chat. I love fish. Big fish enjoyer. No one feel any obligation to donate, because again, I'm going to be donating half of my revenue this week of streams to the fundraiser myself. Thank you so much. How dare you? How dare you? Because I want to help out in any way I can. Why only half? Because I'm poor. I am in fact poor, and Twitch is about half of my income, but I can spare, $100 to $200, whatever we end up making this week, I'll be donating half of it. In some positive news, my hometown, unfortunately, is pretty Republican, so there was a massive MAGA presence in it. Emphasis on was because everyone started to wake up after ICE and they took their MAGA flags down. Hell fucking yeah, hey, listen. I am all for people changing their minds and getting better. I am not one of those, like, crimes of the past or crimes forever types. I genuinely believe in the capacity of people to change and get better. I believe that we all have a lot of fixed false beliefs, and having those beliefs challenged and, rethinking them means something. I've known a lot of, like, you know, former conservatives who have turned leftists. I've known a lot of people who are not your traditional demographic you would think are leftists that are hardcore leftists. I've known a lot of veterans turn leftists, and I think those demographics are worth fighting for and protecting and encouraging growth in. I will, like, this might be a little bit of a hot take. I would trust a conservative turned leftist more than a lot of people who claim to have been leftists their entire lives. You know? Isn't it gonna work all week? Yes, it will. Which is not to say that I don't trust my fellow leftists, but I really appreciate... I do not, unfortunately, have a shiny scuffed form. It's very sad. But I genuinely appreciate the people who are willing to say that they changed their mind, and having the capacity to do that I think is incredible. Being able to vehemently believe something, have it challenged with fact, and change your mind, I think is really beautiful. And so there are a lot of situations where, I'll be honest, yeah, I trust, like, the people who went, yeah, I used to be a Republican, a conservative, and changed my mind, and are now hardcore leftists, more than a lot of people who act as though the crimes of the past are the crimes of forever. Constructive vandalism is based on third party, never from, like, the other side? I don't know anything about constructive vandalism. This is a new concept to me. Honestly, wasn't sure how long it would take to match, so I set the timer for 5 days, didn't even need the minimum 1 hour. Real as shit, y'all have been smashing the goal and it shocks me, but thank you so much. Know of people like that who are also girls now? It happens to a lot of trans people, I have noticed. Thank you for making me normal. Alright, we will be having an ad hit in a minute. Please do sit through the ad. Like I said, all of that revenue is going to be helping out our cause. During the ad, I'm going to be setting up the game and getting everything ready to stream, just because it does take a second. I have not streamed anything on the Switch in a hot minute, so it might take me a minute to get the stuff worked out, but we will be making that transition during the ad, and hopefully by the time y'all are back, I will have everything ready to go. Folks who change their mind from one way to another are probably more well-informed because they've seen both sides. Oh, absolutely. Like, I have so much love and appreciation for people who have a willingness and ability to say, hey, I believe some shitty things and I changed. I got better. Thank you so much for the follow, Barper Bye Bye. Also, by the way, thank you so much to everyone who, like, came over from other platforms, TikTok and YouTube, and followed. I was not expecting that at all. Like, I thought these videos were gonna get suppressed hard. It wasn't really gonna go anywhere. And like I knew I was gonna have my regular audience's support, but like the fact that that those videos took off and have garnered so much attention and additional support means the world to me. Hello, Nuggy Dragon, welcome on in. But yeah, hang in there through the ad, folks. Apologies, Twitch just forced me to run them. But half of that income is going to be going to the American Immigration Council. I promise it's going somewhere good. Me and Hockey say hi. Oh, hi! Hi, Hockey! I haven't talked to Hockey in so long. I hope y'all have been well. Got a film camera to use as protest? Hell fucking yeah. Good shit, chat. Bringing your phone to protests can be a potentially security or safety risk, but like taking videos and footage at protests is an incredible tool for, you know, creating change in the world. We'd love to see it. Alright, let me start to get things up and running. Give me a moment, everybody. Oh, did I fall asleep while doing this shit? Chat, I fell asleep all while looking for donuts earlier. Hi, Hockey! Hi! I love Pokemon Black and White too. I grind experience on Autonos, so I always catch a male and female so I can breed new Autono eggs that I can release into the wild. That's so cute! Because I always see the memes of the Autono population plummeting for Black and White. That's adorable though. It's starting but a rebranded version? So fair! Congrats on the rebrand! I hope it's treating you well. Alright. Hello, Kitchenar! Fuck ice, everyone! True, bring ear protection at a protest, and also, please, if you're going to a protest, mask up. COVID is still a thing, and masks also help to protect your privacy. You can protect yourself and your community by just wearing a fucking mask. Alright. Oh, welcome to my Nintendo Switch, to my OLED Switch. I think I've done like 2 full ass streams on this thing. I need to actually because I need to move my save data for Legends Arceus over here, but I will do that eventually. Thank you, so good to see you and everyone here. Yeah, we are strong together, chat. We can defeat fascism, but it's gonna be a big, long effort. For real, Dunham and Nebula's ship was so tense, but I'm so moving there when I move. Hell yeah, I hope the move goes well, genuinely. Also get properly gendered femme as long as I'm wearing a mask. Real as shit. Congratulations. Alright. I'm so glad I invested in an OLED, honestly. This OLED has treated me so well. I do eventually want to get a Switch too. But until that day comes... we'll make do. Hello, Groggy! We are popping off tonight. It is the first night of the Shinies for Good Ice Out campaign. Welcome on in. Where are my hotkeys? What? Oh, there go my hotkeys. All right. There we are. I'm gonna get cozy with it. Where's my controller? There's my controller. Let's go. We're getting cozy with it. :3. Hello, Avina the Harpy. Welcome on in. Barbara bye-bye. Congrats on the new name. How are you? Lovely to see ya. Welcome on back from the ads, everybody. Welcome to my Switch. Okay. So for people who have never shiny hunted in Legends Zeta A or don't know a whole lot about Legends Zeta A, I do need to share with y'all a little bit of my pain and suffering, okay? Before we decide on our first target of the night. So, there was more recently introduced a brand new means of catching shinies in the form of distortions. They have higher odds, and you can, or rather, they have odds that you can increase with donuts. It's a lot like the sandwiches of like previous games, except the donut grind is actual hell. Oh, the game's a little bit too loud. Give me a second. I need to turn off the music in the background too. Game's a little bit loud. Constructive vandalism is not a widely recognized term, but may refer to acts of vandalism that are intended to convey a message or provoke thought. I see. Type of vandalism can include graffiti or other forms of public art that challenges idle norms or highlight social issues. That sounds badass. I'm here for it. Think I've seen your name somewhere before? Kitchen Arf is in the Discord. But in any case, I need to show you guys what the donut grind looks like. Because I spent like 2 hours doing this for 1 donut. So what we have to do, we have to start from backup. Grab our backup data real quick. We're gonna load on in. Now I am doing this on an OLED, so my load times are generally a little bit worse than like they would be on a regular Switch. But we load in to the Pokemon Center, because you create a backup every single time you heal at a Pokemon Center. I make my way over to the Hotel Z. I walk into Hotel Z. I walk up to Ansha. I say, "Hello, Ansha. I would like to make a donut." And I go, okay, give me a Habon berry, a Tanga berry, let me throw in a Chipluck berry. I basically just throw in as many high level berries as I possibly fucking can to try and get that sweet value down there to an appropriate value. The one that's like right over my shoulder. And then I say, alright, make that donut. And then we watch the cutscene. You cannot skip the cutscene. And you get your donut. And you find out, oh no! You didn't even get sparkling power! Well, reset! And it's just that. Over and over again. I was doing this for 2 hours. I just need y'all to understand, I was doing this for 2 hours. I need y'all to understand how fucking bad this grind is. So honestly, I might try to hunt targets that aren't even in, distortions. We'll see. I didn't play, but I watched my console play via Discord and simply observing. Oh, see, you know, I have to pay attention the whole time. I have to pay attention the entire time too, because if I don't pay attention, I'll hit the wrong button. And then I'll end up having to start over, which I do a lot. Save scumming without the S. Can you blame me for save scumming with a system that looks like this? Can you blame me for save scumming when this is the experience? I found that donuts are kind of miserable to reset. So if I don't get a good one, I do already have one good donut that we can try and find a target for. But aside of that, I'm honestly probably gonna stick to other hunting methods, because this sucks. I've decided that I fucking hate the donut system. Nope. Leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you, Karina. The shiny hunting just started. I have to go because my phone's gonna die. No worries, take care of yourself. I will be here, for like 4 or 5 nights this next week. Don't worry, there'll be plenty of time to hang out. And then we do it again. Oh! Good luck with the shinies. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, Hoopa's just in here. By the way, I have not finished the DLC, but I don't give a shit about spoilers. Level 1! Nah. Level fucking 1. What the fuck is that noise? No, don't. Chat? We have a problem. It's not a fire alarm. It's not a fire alarm. It is my surge protector. It is my surge protector. Shit, fuck, damn it. Give me a second. I might have to restart stream. I might have to reset stream. Give me a second. If I do have to reset stream, I am so sorry. I'll, in that case, be back literally in like 3 minutes, but... Alright, chat. So, Here's what's about to happen. I am going to hit the power button on my surge protector and stream is going to die. I am going to acquire a new surge protector tomorrow. I'm going to go to the store and I'm just going to buy a fucking new one. Stream is going to shut down and I will be back. So literally just like refresh the page in like 5 minutes, alright? Thumbs up. I will be right back.